In this video, I'm going to break down for you what are the possible 4 end goals in your journey as a business owner while you're building your business. It's very important as a business owner to be clear about what is the end ultimate goal of your business. How are things going to move forward beyond you in that business? Now that's where this conversation that I'm going to have with you today is extremely important. So pay attention, make a lot of notes. This is probably a conversation that shouldn't happen on a YouTube video. It should ideally happen one-to-one, but I want to give you everything that I've got to help you build your business with absolute clarity. So let's understand what are the possible 4 end goals for any business. I'm going to list all the 4 down in one shot, and then I'm going to elaborate each end goal and what kind of preparation goes in if you want to go towards that particular end goal. So let's understand this together. The first end goal of any business is to shut eventually, where you can't do anything and beyond you that business comes to a standstill and everything stops. The second end goal of a business is to build it so that you can transfer it, and I'll talk about who you can transfer it to and why would they be willing to take it up and continue it. The third end goal for any business is to go in the direction of mergers and acquisitions, and the fourth end goal is to list the business. Let's understand what do these 4 end goals actually mean, what do they represent, and what kind of preparation do you need to do based on the end goal you want to take your business towards. Consider this: the one inevitable outcome if you don't build something which is scalable, if you don't build something which is profitable, if you are building something which is like a hobby business, is that eventually that business will shut down when you decide not to continue with that business. Because if your business does not have teams, does not have systems, does not have departments, has not created a significant penetration in the market, then even your children don't want to enter that business. So a business that is built around the business owner, where everything is owner dependent and there's nothing that is sustainable about it, ends up going in the direction of shutting down. Now that is one end goal. So be clear, if your current approach is where everything is owner dependent, everything is dependent on you, you are the one who's servicing clients, you are the one who's getting clients, there's nothing that happens without your presence, then actually what you're building is a business that can only be shut when you decide to stop working. Then let's look at the second end goal of any business. The second end goal of any business could be for you to transfer that business either to your children or to your senior team members who you trust to carry forward that business when you decide to retire. Now, what can make a business transferable? That's a very important question to answer. If you really want to make sure that your business continues beyond you and your children are willing to get into the business or your team members are willing to take that business forward, then you need to build solid teams and systems. You need to have functional functions like marketing, sales, operations, where there are clear strategies, clear systems, clear teams, and not everything can be dependent on you. Think about it. It will not excite your children to take forward a mom and pop store. The only reason they will take forward a mom and pop store is if they don't have a bigger aspiration or a bigger goal or a bigger opportunity that they're exposed to. If you want to attract your own children into the business so that they take it forward, then in your journey as a business owner, at least build it to a point where it's worthy for them to dive into that business and scale it further. So if you want to build a business which is transferable, the basic requirement is you need to have functioning functions. You need to have marketing, sales, operations, accounts, human resources, and management set up in a manner wherein each one of these activities, there are clear strategies, there are clear systems, and there are clear teams, which is making your business a well-oiled engine where the owner is not involved on a daily basis and the owner is free from day-to-day firefighting and can focus on growth and expansion. That's when this business becomes transferable. You can transfer it to your children, or you can make some of your team members your partners by diluting some portion of your equity and setting up an arrangement where they take the business forward beyond you when you decide to retire and still continue to remunerate you for the foundation that you've built, for the organization that you've created. So that is the second end goal, and it requires a different type of preparation in comparison to a business that is predictably going to shut down because everything is owner centric. The third end goal or third option any business has is to go in the direction of mergers and acquisitions. Now, what do I mean by this? One way of growing your business is to acquire smaller businesses in your industry and thereby acquiring the management teams of those smaller businesses who you can later make directors in your business and they can take the business forward. The other way is to merge your business with a larger organization in your industry where you sell your stake and you exit the business. So this is largely an acquisition or a sale option which can help you build a solid management team, not just managers, but people at a management level, at a C-suite level, who have the acumen, who have the strategic thinking capability, who have the business ability to build an organization and take it forward. Mergers and acquisitions require you to not just build departments, not just penetrate the market and have a good amount of customers in your industry, but it also requires you to structure your business in a manner where there is financial transparency, where there is good amount of compliance so that your books of accounts are clean and it makes you a good viable proposition to be bought over by a larger player or for you to buy out smaller players in your industry and thereby use their management acumen to continue the business. So this is the third option, which is largely a sale-based approach option where you're eventually going to sell out your equity in the business and you're going to retire from the business. The fourth possible end goal for any business is to list the business on the stock market. To do an IPO of the shares of your business, make sure that the public owns the company. You have a board of directors in place who are answerable to the public. You have strong financial compliance system, corporate governance systems where the entity is bigger than an individual and therefore you have the ability to build a legacy business which can live even beyond you. Look, a lot of business owners who've built successful businesses, when they reach their 50s and 60s and when they are planning to retire, and let's just say their children don't have the interest in their own business or in that particular industry, use this option of listing the company on the stock market, making the public the owners of the business, having strong accountability and governance systems in place, which will ensure that the business and the organization will live beyond the owner. This is truly a legacy business. Now, the preparation for this is very different. You got to firstly build a scalable business in your own tenure as an entrepreneur. Then you got to also build a brand where the public is willing to associate and own shares of that brand. And obviously, you got to have strong financial governance and corporate governance systems and mechanisms where there is high accountability, zero pilferage, zero kind of non-compliance or unethical practices, so that you build something that is credible, that the world, that the public at large is willing to own and keep alive as your legacy. So this is the fourth end goal for any business. My objective of doing this video is to get you into thinking what is the end goal towards which you want to build. And to help you get clear about this, I have a special gift for you. In the description below, there's a link that we've inserted of a 40-minute high-intensity training which will help you design and structure your business in a manner where it is not dependent on you, which will help you understand what it takes to build a profitable and a scalable business so that you can choose the end goal of your desire. Make sure you click on that link and continue your learning journey, because that 40-minute training has transformed the lives of more than 35,000 business owners. They've used the strategies and systems I've broken down there and have been able to build something of meaning and value. So click on the link, continue your learning journey so that you can build a business in alignment with the end goal that you desire.